I just don't eat store-bought eggs. These are actually duck eggs. These are chicken eggs, you know. If you see chickens running around out there, these are actually duck eggs. These are chicken eggs, you know. They're not in cages. They just, they have a free range. We have dogs that keep all the varmints away. So they just are, you know, go out and eat bugs and everything that chickens eat. And then the eggs are very healthy for you. You know, I just don't eat store-bought eggs. I don't, you know, use any kind of processed foods. I just, anything that goes into my body's got to keep me healthy, you know, because 80 years old. I got a belly like a rock, you know, the arms are still good. I use coconut oil to cook with. Coconut oil, very good for you. This is wild-caught Alaskan salmon. I get it at Sprouts. And this is wild-caught ahi tuna. I eat tons of this, you know. Duck egg's a little harder to open up. Get in there. Oxygen's the only thing that's free these days, you know, so, you know, get out here and just deep breathing is really good for you. It puts a lot of oxygen in your system. You know, we need that oxygen, you know. Every day I come out here and I do 3 sets of 40 push-ups and I got this little deal right over here. And I'll go to the gym a couple of times a week, but I'm a busy guy, you know, so I don't have time to go to the gym as much as I'd like. But this here kind of builds this part of your muscles right here, you know, so as I'm kind of tightens your chest, tightens your arms. You know, there ain't many 80-year-olds out here doing this stuff, you know, but ages, you know, my whole goal is, you know, live well past 100, you know, so, and once we get there, maybe even go farther than that, you know, so we just see there's technology is doing a lot of things to help you guys this day. When you know, you get out of bed every day, you know, you got to have a positive attitude. You got to love what you're doing. You got to do it with enthusiasm. And, you know, is the lessons I learned riding bulls, you know, that, you know, when I couldn't wait to get out of bed and get out there and get on that 1,800-pound beast, you know, just like, and the enthusiasm you put into it, it carries over to everything you do in life, you know, so. When I walk into Walmart, you know, it's just, you know, I've seen that picture of the beach in the 60s and the beach now. You know, it's all fast food. It's all this stuff that they put in food, all these, you know, these cooking oils and all this stuff that are horrible for you. You know, it's like, good God, little kids are just, you see kids obese as hell, you know. It's, you know, the health has went to hell in America, you know. And things that are that are outlawed in Europe, they still use over here, you know. So, you know, there has to be a change, you know, and you know, people, and it all starts, you know, just disciplining yourself and saying, you know, I'm going to eat good, I'm going to exercise, and you know, when I'm 80 years old like me, I'm still looking forward to the next day. When I get out of bed, I can't wait to get out of bed and get out and do something, you know. I love what I do. And when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Money is, you know, what do they say? Money is the root of all evil. We all need money, you know, but, you know, it's not just about the money. I mean, it's about your you know, how you live and, you know, your lifestyle. And, you know, are you enjoying life? You know, do you own the money, or does the money own you? You know, a lot of times, and you know, I made a vow when I got into positive thinking that I'd never do anything that I didn't love doing. you know. And no matter how much money I could make doing it, if it didn't feel like me, I wouldn't do it. If I didn't enjoy doing it, you know. You know, so I've always stayed with work, you know, that has made me happy, you know, that has stimulated me, and I can't wait to get out of bed to go do it, you know. And like I say, you know, I've done a lot of different things, you know, bull riding being the funnest, you know, anywhere from northern Canada to the Mexican border, New York City to the Golden Gate, you know, it was my playground. I went to all those places. I rode in a Colosseum in southern France that was built before Jesus was born. You know, it's like, you know, we just, you know, I've been to Australia 3 times, been to New Zealand, you know, as I travel the world doing. The month of May, I'll spend most of the month of May in Australia this year doing schools down there, imparting information, teaching an attitude that it takes to win. Whether you give up riding bulls tomorrow, a lot of guys come to my school and find bull riding ain't for them. But they take the mental attitude that I teach and they go into what does fit them and become a big success at it. You know, so I remember a good friend of mine, Walt Garrison, played for the Dallas Cowboys, and he said, my dad said, he said, son, never be what you're not. Find out what you are and then try to be the best at that. He said, a lot of things I wasn't, but I was a football player, you know, and I was good at it, you know. And, you know, that's how he made his living, you know. There was a lot of things I wasn't good at, but I was a good bull rider, you know. And, you know, and what other job you got, you only work 8 seconds a day, you know. And so it's, you know, it was the funnest lifestyle I could imagine, but it doesn't last forever. You know, your sports, you're only going to be in there so long, and then what do? Where are you going to go next, you know? Yeah. You know, so I went into TV commercial, I went into broadcasting, went into teaching, you know, so every bit of it was fun. And if you're having fun, you never work a day in your life.